And then makusenjalo ngibone nangu senze gijima eyoyifihla phakathi kwe stand no sofa. Ngithi hayibo ubalekelani manje because ngiyazibuza ukuthi hayibo kwenzakalani. Makusenjalo ngibone nomana uyalandela na ukhela ulandela emva kwasenzo. Uyamemesa hayibo sizana umyeni wami. Hawu makusenjalo nangu senze qethu kebheka phezulu. And then
one thing about the comment section, you guys refuse to let Uzandi rest on the fact that she called Usenzo umyeni kakeli. So Mzansi, comment down below. Let me know why, because I keep seeing comments over and over again with regards to, wow, she called Senzo Meyiwa umyeni kakeli Khumalo. When did they get married? And some of the questions that came up. And then some other questions are, why would she call him that? And, so my question to you is, so Senzo was already married. That has been established. He was married at the time to Umandisa. And Mandisa happened on that night to be waiting for him at the birthday party. Okay? But we'll get into that in a bit. And then Senzo Meyiwa had a baby with his girlfriend, Ukeli Khumalo. So what is the correct term that Uzandi was supposed to address Senzo Meyiwa in her storytelling, in Henganegwani, when she was telling us what happened on that sad night? What is the appropriate term in the Zulu culture, or in your culture? What is the appropriate term that she should have used? Just so that, we learn something today as well in the comment section. So remember to comment down below. And there was also this comment that stood out in the comment section. And as you know, when we get these unfiltered comments, we want to bring them to the forefront and, discuss them and see exactly what your thoughts are on this comment. So the comment reads, the whole thing started at the party for Roy Mahamudza. It is said that Longwe thought Zandile was flirting with one of the players at the party, and Longwe reacted, which resulted. Okay, the English is not flowing here. Let me try that sentence again. And Longwe reacted, which resulted in an exchange of words between Longwe and the Pirates players at the party. That's why they were kicked out of the party. So on the way, Longwe and Senzo continued to argue on their way to Kelly Khumalo's mother's house. So when they got to Kelly's home, since Longwe's polo was parked in the yard, they got to the house and a fight started. Since Senzo was physically fit, he surely overpowered Longwe, and that resulted in him going to the polo to get the pew-pew, and they wrestled for the pew-pew. That's when he got shot. Okay, so they go on to say, I think this version stands. The only people who can confirm it are Roy and also names another person as well. And they can tell us what happened at the party and why Senzo, Kelly, Zandile, and Longwe were kicked out of the party. This is a version I haven't heard of, but let's go to the Times Live exclusive interview that they had with Kelly Khumalo back on November 2nd, 2014, has a very different account to the story. So the names are rhyming and the names are matching, but the story is different. So here, Kelly Khumalo herself. So remember, Kelly Khumalo was with Senzo pretty much of the day on that fateful night. Of course, we know, versions differ because each of these eyewitnesses saw different things, even though they were all in the same house. As Rata described, do you know the size of a house in Vosloris? And, those houses are not big, okay? Those houses are not big, but somehow everybody saw things really, really differently. For example, Tumelo saw 3 people enter the house while everybody else saw 2. But I digress. So the Times Live newspaper article says, this is what it says with regards to that party. I'm going to read it exactly as it says because, seems everything is always contradictory. This is what Kelly Khumalo says. In the morning, they prepared to head for Soweto for her performance at the summer launches at Dorothy Nyembe Park in Dobsonville. Meyiwa was dressed in a white t-shirt, blue jeans, and white Nike sneakers. Somehow that doesn't match my memory of what the pathologist who gave the postmortem report, but I'm going to check that in a second. once again, there's so much details and I always just digress, but okay, let me focus. So it goes on to say, in the morning they prepared to head for Soweto for her performance at the summer lounge at Dorothy Nyembe Park in Dobsonville. Okay, Meyiwa was dressed in what? A white t-shirt, blue jeans, and had on white Nike sneakers. Their first stop, however, was Sunninghill, okay, where Meyiwa had been invited for the birthday party of his Pirates teammate, Roy Mahamudza. Okay, apologies if I'm not pronouncing that well. Then she goes on to say, it was a beautiful day that turned into such a tragic and a horrible day. We were happy in the morning. Senzo then said, okay, baby, okay, I will go there just to show face and to wish him well, and we can all go to Dorothy Nyembe, a sobbing Khumalo said. When they arrived, the party had not started. Remember, they went to the party in the morning. I don't know why they went to the party in the morning. Of course, the party hasn't started, but I digress again. And so in the end, they went and had breakfast at Wimpy in Sunninghill before heading for Soweto. Listen, that Wimpy breakfast, chef's kiss, okay? It doesn't matter how old I get, that Wimpy breakfast is always a favorite. Okay, so then they go on. She goes on to say the four then drove to Dobsonville where Khumalo performed, and after that they went to some grandmother's house and gave it 200 rands, and then the story starts with what happens, and then they get to Kelly Khumalo's mother's house, okay, and then they have dinner, okay, and that is literally the last supper that Senzo Meyiwa had. Would you say that Senzo Meyiwa was to blame for his death? Had he gone for the party? But that's the one version of the party, that they went in the morning. But then there's another version where what? This is the version of who? Utumelo. But let's go into Tumelo's version, because like I said, everybody has a version. Somewhere there, we're going to find the truth eventually. So Tumelo said, okay, so this is an article. Okay, so Tumelo says, he's heartbroken. My childhood friend is gone. I'm still in shock. I can't believe he's gone. The Daily Sun understands Senzo was about to leave the house to go where? To Sunninghill in the north of Joburg to Roy Mahamudza's birthday party when he was shot. Okay, remember Kelly's version is no, they went there in the morning, okay, and then the party hadn't started. Tumelo's version is he was supposed to leave Kelly's mother's house after eating the lamb curry stew and go to this birthday party. Who was at the birthday party? Let's continue reading. A soccer star and close friend of Senzo's who was at the party but who did not want to be named told the Daily Sun they were waiting for him to arrive. And then it goes on to say, he called a few times to assure us he was coming, said the friend. He said Senzo's wife, Mandisa Meyiwa, was already at the party. How did Mandisa get to the party? You see, now my mind is wondering, why did Mandisa go to the party without her husband? Why did she get there before her husband? Where did she think her husband was? You know what? Let's leave that one. Senzo was in contact with her. She told us he was on his way and we expected him. But then we heard Senzo wasn't coming anymore because he had been shot. Of course he's not coming. He wasn't coming anymore because he had been shot. Okay, friend. And then it goes on to say Umandisa is not coping at all. She's devastated. And then they go on to talk about things that are happening over there. But what are your thoughts on that? So those are three different versions. There's Kelly Khumalo's version, there's Tumelo's version, and then there's the unnamed friend who was at the soccer player's birthday party as well, who wants to go unnamed. So there's three different versions of when this party was, okay? And Senzo Meyiwa going to that party. But it remains to be said. So there's three different versions, and then of course there's the truth. Now, we hope that the court can finally figure out what actually happened on that day. But have you noticed in all these accounts, none of these accounts talk about Kelly Khumalo's mother? Where was Kelly Khumalo's mother? Why is she not testifying? Maybe if we get an adult to come and speak on the stand, we might hear the true version of what happened that night. Your thoughts in the comment section down below. As you know, Mzansi, if you've made it this far in the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let's engage in the comments. Let's build this conversation and see what's going on. Literally, we have 2 days until Monday and trial resumes, and we are closer, we hope at least, to finding out what actually happened that day. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you on our next upload.
Kudliweke kube njalo, makusadliwa kanjalo kube kungena abantu eminyango. mabengena abantu eminyango bathi khiphana amafoni nemali hey babe sasho kanjalo ngithatha ifoni yami ngifake phakathi komqamelo nosofa uyabo makusenjalo kusuka umulongo obuhleli ngapha esandleni sami sokudla asuka umulongo aphushe lo muntu adlubulundele aphuma hambe and then makusenjalo ngibone nangu senze igijima eyoyifihla phakathi kwe stand nosofa ngithi hayibo ubalekelani manje because ngiyazibuza ukuthi hayibo kwenzakala makusenjalo ngibone nomana uyalandela na ukhela ulandele emva kwasenzo uyamemesa hayibo sizana umyeni wami hawu makusenjalo nangu senze qethu kebheka phezulu and then
guys even aware what you guys did to our lives.
Ingabe nyakwazi yini bafethu nakwenze impilweni
Are you guys even aware of what you guys did to us as a family on that day?
Miss Khumalo? Miss Khumalo? Miss Khumalo?
The damage that you guys caused.
Miss Khumalo, you're not supposed to do that.
My Lord, I strongly object to this. Procedural rules. The witness is testifying to court and addressing court, not the accused persons in the document. That's my objection.
That's fair enough, my Lord. Ma'am, you're still in the process of identifying the persons who came into the house. If you can just do that and refrain from further comments. Yes, you pointed to someone.
Ukhombile.
Yes,
Yebo.
he was one of the people that came into the house.
Omunye wabantu abangena endlini.
Kodwa yena wayengemuva.
But he was behind, or he was at the back.
And then sisahleli
Just a
kanjalo.
minute, you're still pointing a person. Who is it?
It's him.
See him.
The second one there.
Lo wesibili lapha.
Yes.